Today's incident will awake your soul. For this, it is a request to see the incident till the very end. Friends, today's story is about a wicked woman and a Telugu man. In the city of Baghdad, there lived a noble and beautiful young man whose beauty was admired by everyone. The young man's parents died when he was young. The Maulvi Sahib of the mosque took care of him. When he grew up and began to earn his own living, he had a parrot with him in his house then. The young man used to recite the Holy Quran in his house, and the parrot was also with him. Gradually, the parrot also learned the verses of the Quran and could recite them himself. That parrot used to talk a little bit. That religious young man always teaches the parrot to say the truth. Allah loves truthful. There was a prostitute's house near his house. That prostitute was very beautiful. The prostitute's uncle told her one day that everyone in the village has gone crazy after seeing your appearance, but there is one young man who has never even looked at you. He is a very kind and gentle person. He comes straight from the mosque to the house and from the house to the mosque. The prostitute said, "How could it be? Seeing my beauty, the great men forget their decency and commit sin. But he is not a big scholar, Hafez, who does not see me." Her companion said, "You can try if you want." The woman said, "Okay. Whether you are a Hindu or a Muslim, watch the video till the end without skipping." Guys, before starting the video, let's pray a little. Oh Allah, save us from sin and adultery. Everyone write Ameen in the comments and give a like to this video, and those who have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. This video like target is 10,000, so everyone please like the video. So let's begin. Then the harlot dressed like a decent girl and stood in front of the mosque so that she could talk to the young man on any pretext. When the young man came to pray, he would enter the mosque with his head down and never looked at the woman. A long time passed like this, but the young man never looked at the prostitute. One day, that prostitute fell on the ground on purpose. When the young man saw the woman fall to the ground, he asked everyone at first, "Who is this girl?" Everyone present there started saying that they do not know this girl because the prostitute had changed her form. The people present there started saying that this girl looks like a girl from a poor house. The young man said, "Pick her up and drop her at my house." Then the people picked up the girl and took her to the young man's house. The girl started thinking that her first task was done. Now she would be able to lure the young man into her trap, and it is even much more easier to trap him in the loneliness of the night. The young man went to the mosque to pray the Isha prayer, and the woman was waiting for him. The young man came and asked, "How is your health now?" The wicked woman began to play and showed the body of evil through eyes to eyes. The wicked woman shot an arrow at him, but the young man didn't get caught in her net. After that, the woman got tired and started thinking. By now, even an old man would have fallen into the trap again. I don't know what he was made of. He doesn't understand any of my directions. Then the young man asked her, "Who are left with you in this world? Where are your parents? Where is your home?" The girl said, "I have no one in this whole world," and after saying this, she started crying. The religious young man heard this and he got very sad and told her, "You are a strange woman for me, and it is not right for you to stay with me." When the wicked woman heard this, she said, "Where will I go?" The young man said, "You can stay with me tonight, but you have to leave in the morning." After hearing this, the wicked woman started thinking how to make him attempt sin, but after many attempts, she failed. In the morning, that young man consulted Maulana Sahib and said, "A poor girl is staying in my house and I am very worried. What should I do?" Maulana Sahib said, "If she has no one in this world, if she is an orphan, then you should marry her because one day or another, you will have to get married." The young man came back and said to the woman, "Maulana Sahib said to me to marry you." The woman got scared after hearing this and started thinking that my intention is not to get married. I wanted to have an impermissible relation with him. I didn't come to be his wife. The wicked woman said to the young man, "Give me time to think tonight. I will tell you in the morning." She thought all night what to do. Then the woman thought that no matter what lies, at least I will get that young man. I will run away from his house when I am done. In the morning she said to the young man that I am agree getting married with you. The young man was very happy to hear this. Allah gave me the opportunity that may I come to the aid of a helpless person and thus save a woman's life. He called that Maulana Sahib and got married. All the people were very happy that the young man got married. That young man was a worshipper of Allah. A few days passed, when that woman's heart was filled with that religious person. Then the woman started to say, "Now I should get out of here. How can I stay here? I have to go back to my world, but I am married to this young man now. I am his wife." The wicked woman then sent a message to her companions that I want to get out of here. You guys make arrangement, but her companions came to her and started saying to her that you have now become his wife. How will you get out of here? And why did you even do that? The wicked woman said that she was so crazy about his enchantress that she wanted to insult him in any way she could because that young man did not used to look at her. So, what else would she do? She was forced to marry him. But now, she doesn't like him. She wants to get out of there. Her companion said to her, "Take divorce from him." The woman said, she cannot take divorce from him because he's a very good man and he will never divorce her. Then the woman said, "Shall I kill him?" And go back to her prostitute life where every day rich people would come to her and spend literally thousands of dinars on her. She doesn't want to be with him. She said to her companions, "Bring me poison so that she can kill him." Then her companions arranged poison and gave the poison to that woman. Later that night, when the young religious man came home, the wicked woman came in front of him and said that she is bringing food for him now. When she went to get food, she mixed poison in the food. Now the parrot that was in the young man's house was watching all this. The parrot started screaming, "Help! Help!" That religious young man came to him and started saying, "Why are you shouting so much today?" The parrot again said, "Help! Help!" He was surprised to hear such words. He ate the food. He said to his wife, he is going to sleep because he has to get up for tahajjud. He began to suffer when it was midnight. He told his wife his stomach is hurting a lot. It felt like someone was stabbing him in the stomach. The wicked woman started to say that she thinks he ate something wrong. The young man said, he thinks his time is coming to the end. Quickly call the Maulana Sahib. Then her husband died in front of her while suffering. That evil woman did not feel any pity for her husband. The religious young man achieved the kalima at the time of his death, and his soul came out, and there was the parrot screaming, "Help! Help! Help!" That wicked woman started saying, "Shut up or I will strangle you." Then the woman sent information to her companions to come here quickly. Her companions came and together they dug a hole inside the house and buried the young man there. The woman was happy that her life had been saved from the hand of this young man, and now she felt free. After that, the woman went back to her brothel and resumed her previous life of prostitution and started to commit adultery. Viewers, Allah gave that woman a life. She could have repented for her sins if she wanted to. She could have been noble and virtuous like her husband. If she wanted, she could have made her hereafter better. But she destroyed her worldly life and hereafter by her own hands and poisoned her husband. She was wicked. She was a prostitute, but now she had become a murderer. At Fajr Azan, Maulana Sahib saw that his student had not come to pray for several days. So he got very worried and went to his house and knocked on the door, but no one opened that door. Maulana Sahib thought, maybe he is sleeping, but he also thought that his student would never give up namaz. Maulana Sahib went back, and when it was Zuhr time, he noticed that his student was still not there. So then he sent someone to his house, but that person also came back and said that no one opened the door of the house. It continued like this till the afternoon when Maulana Sahib thought that he should go himself. Maulana Sahib went and knocked on the door, but no one came. Though from inside the parrot was screaming, "Help! Help! Help!" Maulana Sahib understood that there was some problem. He united the whole community. Then he broke the door, and when he broke the door and entered, he saw that the whole house was empty except for the parrot. Then the people thought that the husband and wife might have gone traveling. When it was time for tahajjud, Maulana Sahib got worried, and he called his wife and said, "I think my student is in trouble. He must be in some trouble." His wife said, "They are newly married. Maybe they went somewhere." Maulana Sahib said, "He can't go without telling me." His wife said, "Do not worry, just get some sleep." Maulana Sahib went to his bed and fell asleep. But Maulana Sahib saw in his dream that his student was crying and his clothes were covered in blood. Maulana Sahib got up and narrated his dream to his wife. The wife said, "You are having such a dream because you are thinking about it again and again. But Maulana Sahib saw the same dream on the second night as well. Even on the third night, he saw that dream. Then Maulana Sahib got up, performed ablution, and started reading Quranic verses. He got a hint to go to his student's house and watch by digging a hole. Now Maulana Sahib started to think, why was he getting gestures of his student's house? Maulana Sahib went to the house of that religious young man with some people from the neighborhood. The parrot started screaming again upon seeing them. They were shocked when they dug the land. They could not even think that they would find their beloved student in such a condition. He was not given a shroud. Maulana Sahib started to think, who was the tyrant who killed him and buried him like that? But look at the miraculous power of Allah. The young man's body was in such a way that his face was shining as if he was buried just now. Maulana Sahib put his hand on his head and started crying, laying on the ground after seeing him. Maulana Sahib saw that the young man's wife was not present there. He first prayed the funeral prayer for his student, and then buried him. But everyone was worried about who killed this young man. Maulana Sahib came to his house and started crying after remembering his student. The parrot present there was silently listening to the sound of Maulana Sahib's suffering. He thought the parrot would not be able to speak for the rest of its life, but Allah gave the parrot the ability to speak. He began to say that the woman was a prostitute and wicked. That woman wanted to have adultery with him. That wicked woman came in disguise and fooled everyone. The wicked woman married this young man, and when she had completely fulfilled her wish, she killed him with poison. Now the woman has gone back to her brothel to do her adultery prostitute job again. Saying this, the parrot became silent. Maulana Sahib took the parrot to his house and kept it in his house. Then Maulana Sahib went to the prostitute's brothel. Maulana Sahib went there and shouted as if he was going to kill the woman. He said, "Come out." Maulana Sahib did not want to go inside. The woman's companion came out crying after hearing Maulana's voice and said, "Are you the master of that young man?" Maulana Sahib said, "Yes, I am his master and father too. You tell her to come out, that prostitute. Who is that wicked woman who did wrong with son?" The woman began to say that she had received her punishment. The night she kills her husband and came back to this brothel, she was very happy at that night. She was going out to do the slaughtering, but then her body started to change and her body turned into a monkey. We locked her in a room because seeing her face scares us a lot, and what this woman did with that religious person, I was also associated with it, and slowly my appearance was also changing. It seems that I will change like her and become monkey. You forgive me and ask forgiveness for me from that young man too. Allah has already made our world hell. Maulana Sahib said that Allah has punished you in this world. Now what else can I do? My son got martyrdom, but your mistress has become monkey for forever. May Allah give us the grace to do good deed and save us from sins. Ameen. So friends, this was today's video. If you like the video, then must like, comment and subscribe, and if you have any opinion about video's topic, then comment to let us know. See you in the next video. Allah Hafez.